Let's get it.
Eagles live and lit. Lego.
Yes, sir.
Y'all already know, live and lit, coming at y'all. Let's get it.
Yes.
Light this thing up, bro. You already know what time it is. Live and lit. Let's get it, my G.
Let's get it. Another episode. We are on episode 9 of Eagles Live and Lit, and we are about to get lit up in here. We got some nice topics to talk about. I can't wait to get started. First off, I'm one of your hosts, BG31, in the building with my boy, Mr. Warm It Up, though.
Yeah, warm this thing up, gang. You know what time it is. You know who you rocking with. It's your boy Philly Notion, live and lit, coming at you with my man Bird Gang 31 in this thing. Y'all already know. Let's check this 4K on him real quick. Hold up. Lambo, yes sir. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, check, ring, check. Y'all know we all the way in there, gang. So if y'all new to this ride or my brother's channel, y'all know what to do. Go hit that subscribe, because y'all know how we rocking with it. And I'm ready to have some fun with my guy today. You already know the schedules came out. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. I think we're going to go over some position groups today, have some fun with the chat. Y'all know how we keeping it live and lit. Let's go get it, my guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get straight to it. Before we get to our each individual position groups, I want to know from you guys, too, in the chat. I think I'm going to drop a poll, too. Who has the best trio of receivers in the NFL? Because I'm really looking at this, Quez Walken, third year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe take that next jump. That would put him in, to be at least a legit number 2, if not a number 1 receiver there. You got A.J. Brown, bona fide number 1, and Devontae Smith, Devontae Smith, who was a number 1 last year, definitely going to get a little bit better this year. So I think with those 3, and there are 3 different type of receivers. You got the speedster, you got the physical receiver, and then you got a route technician. So I think with those 3 combination, I can't really think of another 3 receivers that are better. What about you, Notion?
Man, I can't disagree with you. I think we got a solid trio of wide receivers now. One of the things that's actually caught my attention is the Eagles are truly putting a focus on this wide receiver group. Do y'all know we now got, I think we just signed somebody today. I mean, I ain't going to sit here and act like, he's somebody of high importance, but we now got 12 wide receivers on this roster as we sit right now. So if that don't tell y'all, this team's at least bringing the competition out there. Ain't nobody safe. I'm hoping this is the year J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is gone. Jalen Reagor should be challenged also. His spot ain't guaranteed. So top trio, oh yeah, I'm loving me some A.J. Brown, Quez Watkins. Hey, listen, throw in Devontae Smith. You already know the mix and mash up the Eagles could bring. So I love our trio, and I think, honestly, it's the best trio in the NFC East. So y'all let us know your thoughts below. But again, we just established having a number one wide receiver. We saw the early small development of Quez Watkins. We saw Devontae Smith step into that role, being forced as to be a number one. Oh, yeah, the pressure's going to calm down for Devontae some this year. AJ should continue doing what he's doing, and Quez is going to continue to grow also. So, in my opinion, best trio in the NFC East. Y'all heard it here. I'm riding with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I understand. I see people in here with the Bengals. They definitely got a really good trio there with Higgins, Boyd and Chase. You know what I'm saying? That is a dynamic three, But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just feel like this group's special, man. Like, this is going to be a special type of group, Because can you say Jamar Chase? You can say A.J. Brown's better than Jamar Chase, right? He's young, but you can say that AJ's
I'm
more
going to say
proven.
Jamar Chase got a higher ceiling than A.J. Brown. Jamar Chase is a beast, so I'm not even going to
Oh, yeah, he's a beast.
Like
but I would say AJ's a beast too, and he's proven beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jamar's definitely got to do it. So we'd say, if anything, they cancel each other out. Even though I give AJ a little bit of a nod just because he's been doing it consistently, they cancel each other out. So that's that. Then you look at Boyd. That's the next best receiver. I'll say Devontae Smith's just as good as Boyd.
I mean, definitely, if you ask me, I'm giving Devontae Smith a little more credit over Boyd. I believe Smith has a higher upside than Boyd. Boyd is a pretty solid.
Boyd's good too.
Yeah,
like, these are two great, trios. I'm just trying to, niche it down a little bit so you can see, what I'm looking at in terms of thinking that we have the better three. I'll say that
we're talking NFL. Okay, so
yeah,
look, NFL trio wise, I mean, we definitely got to be at least mentioned in the conversation this year. Again, I mean, we ain't gonna sit here and act like Devontae Smith has even scratched the surface of his game yet. AJ Brown's already proven what he's proven. I mean, he's a top. You ask me, at least a top. Would you put AJ Brown? Y'all let me know. Would y'all put AJ Brown top 5 receiver in the league?
I think he is.
I'm
you know what really
right now
throws him over,
brother? And I think he might be a top 5, bro. That's at the surface. I think AJ Brown right now. I'm gonna rock when he's a top 5. Who would you say the top wideout in the league is right now?
I would just say 2, because even when you name some of these top guys like Adams or whatnot, AJ Brown's younger than all these cats. You know what I'm saying? So he still has room to continuously grow. He's only 24 years old too. Some rookies came out at 24 this year. And he'd already played for 3 years, been in a Pro Bowl, 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns. So this dude's legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why I think he's such a good pickup, because we're about to hit him in his stride. You know what I'm saying? The next 4 years, the 25, 26, 27, 28. He'll be 28 by the time, his contract's up here. And those are going to be his prime years. So what he's done already really, I don't think, compares to what he's going to do in the future. So that's why I give him a nod. You know what I'm saying? I think he is definitely a top 5 receiver. And, like I was saying, like, I think he's better than Chase, even though Chase is a straight dog, a straight beast. If Chase does what he did last year again, this year, now I have to say he's better, But as of right now, AJ's more better than Chase. I think Devontae's better than Boyd. And I think Quez Watkins in his 3rd year can be just as good as Higgins. So,
I mean, look here. Again, you got some top wideouts that were coming off of last year. I can't even sit here and hold. I mean, you got Cooper Kupp. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say AJ Brown right now is better than Cooper Kupp, because Cooper Kupp went out there and showed. Look, I had Cooper Kupp as probably one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league. Again, he displayed why he is, an elite wide receiver. And I got to give Cooper Kupp, I'm going to give him the crown right now. Jamar Chase ain't nobody to be slept on. Justin Jefferson ain't nobody to be slept on. You got Deebo Samuel, who, glorified running back. Y'all want to call it what you want to call it.
I
And
think
master
Diggs
of
one of the
all
best receivers in
trades.
the game.
Master of all trades. I mean, AJ Brown got a lot of competition
He's
up there.
at
You talk
PFF.
about.
He's at PFF said he's number 5.
I mean, okay. Again, I gotta see AJ Brown. We all know last year he wasn't healthy. He did miss some games due to injury. So, again, as long as the health is there, he actually goes on the field game in and game out. You can't expect for nothing but AJ Brown to be at the top of the wide receiver list. So, again, I'm giving AJ Brown, in my opinion, call it bias or not, I'm calling him a top 5. I'm calling him a top 5 wide receiver. I saw what he did in the playoffs against, and I know they lost, but this man put up like 142 plus yards. That man was in straight beast mode come the playoffs. So that's the things I expect to see from a top tier wide receiver. I saw it from Cooper Kupp in the playoffs. He did his thing. Jamar Chase did his thing. I mean, again, AJ Brown did his thing. Yeah, they lost, but you can't knock the talent that AJ Brown has. So top 5, I'm going absolutely. AJ Brown's in my top 5 wide receivers, and it is what it is. Y'all let me know if AJ Brown's in your top 5 or not. Y'all let us know in the chat. My man said Michael Thomas. Oh, stop it. I can't even.
He was the best. I'm not gonna say when last time we seen Michael Thomas, it's been a minute since we seen him hit the field. Who knows how he's gonna come back? So, that's why I say in terms of AJ missed 2 games last year, but he played. He's been. I think that's the only 2 games he's missed since he's been in the league. Devontae Smith, baller. You know what I'm saying? If we expect him to take that jump into, next year, he was getting open by, with ease this year. What makes you think he's not going to get it open even more easier next year? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be that much more open. Jalen's going to be that much more experienced and used to doing this, running this offense. He's going to get him the ball a lot more. He's going to be, slicing and dicing the DBs, man. So, I think the Eagles have the best. That could be Homer and me. That could be me being biased. But I really think, because I think what's going to really make it that way is everybody probably look at the quarterback situation that a lot of these other guys got. And I really think they're underestimating what Jalen Hurts is going to do this year. I think, just it's going to be kind of like that year, when he went to OU. Everybody's down on him. Oh, I can't pass. 4,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, 4,000-yard passing. Here's an extra 1,000 yards rushing. Hey, how about 60 touchdowns? How about that, buddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what kind of Jalen Hurts we're going to get in year 2 of starting for the Eagles.
Yeah, I see my guy Titan Anderson. Salute to my guy in the chat here. He said he missed 7 games in the past 2 years.
7 games.
Again, it is what it is. He's missed some games. That ain't like, I'm just missed a couple games in a season. This is 7 games total, if that's accurate. I got to double check that. But again,
is that including a playoff game or is that like season games?
I got to confirm that accuracy on that. But I know he missed some games last year. I'll tell you that. I know he wasn't in every single game. So again, that's the thing. We know the story too well in Philadelphia. Health and all of that. We actually had a pretty decent year last year. So hopefully some things are changing. But you saw how dynamic AJ Brown was with having such a heavy run game out there in Tennessee. I mean, he's coming to a team that is another top team with running the ball. And
number one.
Exactly my point.
We have the number 1 running back, but we had the number 1 rush offense.
The Russian offense attack. He's coming to a team where, again, you got options now. We know how we get down with this run game, and there's a lot of threats to watch on the Eagles. But AJ Brown now has some pressure to, or he has less pressure this year because he's got Devontae Smith on the other side. We saw how Devontae Smith could get open and catch balls and all of that. So, again, I think AJ Brown, this is going to be nothing but a benefit for him as long as he can stay healthy and he ain't out here missing games. So,
and like you just said, AJ's taking the number 1 corner. Now, Devontae was getting double teamed and had the number 1 corner on them all last year. This year, guess what? You got number 2 corner now, my guy. Here's an extra bonus for you. You were schooling these number 1 corners, but here you go, some number 2s all across the board, all across the league. You know what I'm saying? He's going to carve them up. He's going to be open all the time. And then Quez Watkins, you were doing good, 700 yards plus, times Hurts didn't hit you. You know what I'm saying? Being wide open down the field. On number 2 cornerbacks, guess what? Now he's getting the 3rd best cornerback, linebackers. Those guys aren't going to be able to keep up with Quez Watkins' speed. Like, we got three really fast, talented receivers, you know, and it's going to be up to Jalen Hurts to give him the ball. So, you know, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to do a little something like we're going to grade them for our team, you know, how we think they fare compared to the rest of the NFC East as well. So, you know, we're going to start out with the quarterback, Jalen Hurts. What are you ranking Jalen Hurts throughout the NFC East?
All right. Well, again, like this is such a sour topic for me because again, I believe in Jalen Hurts and I believe his upside is a lot higher than everybody else's in the NFC East right now. So it is what it is. Y'all call me crazy, but I think Jalen Hurts does have the higher upside. Now, who's more experienced right now? I mean, you got to give it to Dak for as many games as he's played. I mean, he's got more production if you want to look at stats. They're fruitless stats. But when you look at the stats and, you know, passing completion percentage and how many yards, nobody really is going to sit up in here and try to argue that Dak is the stat king in the NFC East. So it depends on the angle that you're looking at it. Again, I saw a lot of traits from Jalen Hurts last year that you ask me, listen, line all four of them quarterbacks up. And if I had to draft a quarterback today, I'm picking Jalen Hurts. That's just me. It is what it is. Look, this man is a straight running threat. I believe his passing game can get better. And let's go from there. But at the same time, I know Dak Prescott, look, he's not a slouch. I ain't going to sit here and say he's just absolute, you know, just straight buns. But at the end of the day, I'm all about trying to win things here. And we saw it already from Dak. He ain't been winning nothing. So, I mean, at that, I'm taking Dak second. But third, probably going to be Carson. And y'all already know Poop Jones City, he ain't getting no love. So it is what it is.
No love.
I got Jalen. If y'all ask me if I'm rocking into this year, I mean, I know this is a prove-it year, but I'm all in on Jalen. So let's go and get it. I'm pushing the chips. All in. Jalen is my quarterback.
Yep, and I gotta agree with you. I think Jalen is gonna prove to the world he is the best quarterback in the division. Like you said, we know what we're getting out of Dak. Yes, those guys put up the numbers, but like I said, I think Dak's numbers are going down this year. You know, the fact that they got rid of Coop, the fact that they got rid of Wilson. You know, you got play some games without Gallup. You know, and then is CeeDee Lamb gonna pull? What's that guy's name again? Calvin Ridley over in Atlanta. How when you know Julio left, Calvin wasn't the same. You know, he wasn't saying no more. So is he gonna pull that thing? You know, are you gonna really see how much pressure Coop took off of CD to make him look so good? You know what I'm saying? So all those being added in, older, you know, Zeke Elliott, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to help you out that much. I think they lost their tight end in the offseason. So I really think this, you know, they're going to be good, but they're not going to be as explosive as before. And I think this is the year for Jalen to take over that reign. So then, like you said, Jalen, Dak, Carson, Tyrod Taylor.
Jones ain't getting no love. Absolutely not.
I can't vote for Jones or anything. You know, Jones, he's trash.
This is his last year in the NFC East. I'm pretty confident in saying it. So we're gonna find out though. The Giants, look, I like the moves that the Giants made. Let me stop acting like the Giants ain't doing things to try.
They had
to make
a great draft.
Exactly. I ain't gonna hold the Giants on that. They got the blueprint. They trying to get better. New coaching staff. I think things are gonna be a little different in New York, but yeah, y'all ain't fooling nobody. Y'all still got Daniel Jones as your quarterback. Nah, until that changes, absolutely not. Bottom of the barrel. Y'all know the vibes.
Let's go to running backs now. You know, the Eagles' big three would be Sanders, Gainwell, and Scott for right now.
Okay.
How's that stack up with you? I can't name the big three for everybody's team, though.
So
I know Washington just got a new running back, though. I know that much for sure. I forgot which one they got out of the draft, but I remember it was a good one. And then you got Saquon back, Zeke, the normal faces, Pollard.
So how do you think? When you look at the running backs, right? I mean, it depends on how you want to break it down. Are we going individual running backs? Because I mean, again, I'm not about these stats. That's fine if these players want to be having 1,000, you know, rush yards and all of that. I'm looking at the whole production package, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I think we got the best running back. We were the best running back group in the league, so there's no argument there. We know how to use a multiple back situation. we had Boston Scott out there doing damage. I believe, wasn't he no, was it Boston Scott? Who was it that led us in touchdown for the running backs? Or was it Gainwell?
I think Gainwell had 5.
Okay. I want to say him. I don't know. Listen, regardless, we know Miles Sanders, listen, disappointing year for the touchdown ratio. No, he didn't reach the end zone. That was kind of disappointing. But again, I'm still taking Miles Sanders. You know, if I got to have a lead back, I'm going to take Miles Sanders. I'm going to take the rest of the company that the Eagles have, whether that's Gainwell, Boston Scott, whoever we drafted this year. What was that cat's name? I don't even know, but he'll fall up in the rotation. Who was our other running back we drafted?
Brooks, that we got an unrestricted free agent.
Got you. So,
yeah, and that dude's good. Like, he played good at OU. You know, another guy Jalen Hurts played with his freshman year. You know, so you never know. Like, to me, when I watch his highlights, he kind of looks like Miles Sanders. They both wear number 26. I think he's a little bit bigger, so he's more of a physical back. You can replace Jordan Howard with Brooks and then still have that same floor rotation. So you give it, you know, the bulk of the carries to Sanders. You know, for the physical stuff, you let Brooks run the ball. And then you got Gainwell and Boston Scott to handle the light work.
And then like my man Samuel Rowe here said, listen, you darn right. Hurts is a big part of the run game. So again, I know he ain't a running back, he's a quarterback, but at the same time, he has to be accounted for this running threat also. So if you're looking at run offense, rushing attack, it has to go to the Eagles hands down. But if you're looking at, you know, just individual running backs, which this game ain't won just by individual running backs on the ground anymore. So it is what it is. I'm taking our group all day. There ain't no argument to that. I don't even know who the Giants got. The Giants got Saquon. You know, anybody beyond that, I don't even know who the Washington got. Antonio Gibson. I think they drafted somebody also.
That's what I'm saying. I think who that person was that they drafted. Because I remember it was a back that I thought was pretty good in the draft too. I was like, oh, okay, so he's going over to the Washington. So, but who cares? Like you said, Notion, we're the number one rush team. Until these guys can prove otherwise, you know, they're gonna have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and deal with us being the best running attack in the NFL. And like the other guy said, and that's a huge thing. I'm so glad that they say this. Because that's why everybody's like, stop running, Hurts. I'm like, no, you need this guy. This guy is 23 years old. Let him keep running. You know what I'm saying? No other quarterbacks are deadlifting 600 plus pounds. You know, other quarterbacks, you know, are as strong as Jalen Hurts. So let the bull do what he does best. Run that football, throw the football when he needs to. If anything, when you're running the football, he ends up throwing the ball better anyway. You know? Look at the games where he had the best throwing games. They were like, after he got a nice, consistent run game going, he got to get hit around a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? And then he got out there and started slinging that rock. So I think we need to keep him there because, like the running back said last year, he opens up lanes for them, you know, because people have to respect this game. You know, got to respect his run game. So let him run for the next the rest of this contract. These next 2 years, let him run like crazy. And then you re-sign him and then try to get him to, you know, pass the ball a little bit more. But I'm not saying I don't want to see him improve in passing this year and throw the ball a lot more, get more passing yards. But I am saying don't take the option football out of him.
Oh, no, absolutely. I completely agree with that. I'm still on board with let Jalen be Jalen. Well, I'm not trying to sit here and restrict him to, you know, only being a pocket passer or whatever. Listen, I know I want the passing to be his first primary, but at the same time, listen, if he got to get busy and he got the athletic ability to run the ball, I need to see that from Jalen. So, yeah, I don't want Jalen playing all timid, you know, coming out here trying to force the pass. If he sees the lane, go, Jalen. Go and do your thing. You're gifted in that ability. He's got the running dynamic to do it. We ain't going to hold Jalen back from that. So, again, it has to be accounted for. The run game, especially with this team, you got to account for the running back running the ball. You got to account for the quarterback running the ball. You got to account for the running backs running the ball. You also got to account for these wide receivers getting sweeps and things like that. So, again, the rushing attack, I think we got the most fearsome, you know, rushing period in the NFC East. But as far as, you know, player-wise, I mean, I don't know. If we just had to go individual player, I don't even know, man. I don't honestly think Zeke would have that big of an impact if he came over to here to
the Pollard's better than Zeke right now. It's true. We all watch the football games. At the end of the season, I
I ain't
think
gonna argue that. I think Zeke
Zeke broke
is
a couple of
declining.
good yards. He had a couple of good games. Oh yeah, Robinson from Alabama. Yeah, that's a good back too. And Washington got so they got a couple of good young backs there. But yeah, man, Zeke, and he's only going to go into another year. He's that much older, that much far away from being the old Zeke that we remember that was so dominant in the NFL, running people over, scoring touchdowns left and right. I used to hate when Zeke. We played the Cowboys when Zeke before he got paid. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate it because he used to run us over left and right, and I used to hate that guy. And then after he got paid, you start seeing a different Zeke. You start partying more. You start being out there in the open, doing this thing, which is normal because that's what he is. He's young with a lot of money, and that's what young people do, But it also took a toll on his game. He hasn't been the same Zeke since then. And I don't think you can reverse that, because you already did the damage. It's not like all of a sudden he's gonna come back and be 3 years younger. He's going into another season. He got a year older. So I think
I'm
that
gonna tell you
days
like this,
Zeke's
because
still
I'm not.
good. He's not dominating.
Yeah, Zeke, I believe will still be impactful, but Zeke needs an O line. They ain't got an O line like that in Dallas. Their O line is getting depleted. So Zeke is suffering from such. Listen, if you ain't got an O line that's creating pockets and that's giving you a push, your running back's gonna look like trash no matter who you got back there. Unless your name is Derrick Henry or something like that, you just gonna carry your way regardless. But Zeke ain't no Derrick Henry. I mean, it is what it is. Again, until Dallas shows that they're back to having an elite O line, because that's when Zeke thrived, is when they had that elite O line paving the way for Zeke. So again, I'm not sitting here saying Zeke is completely just trash. I think he is declining since, I think he tear like a ligament or something. He tore something last year. I thought he was hurt at the end of the season. At least that's what I was hearing. He was injured. So again, I think Zeke is declining, but if he does have an elite O-line, Zeke could be a threat. But we know what it looked like in Philly. I know we're going to move on to the O-line soon, but I think our O-line is one of the reasons why we have a successful rushing attack. So,
yeah, hands down, number one reason. Number one reason. Remember the Emmitt Smith days? When we got a dominating O-line, anybody can get back there and put up some yards. Cole Cowboy.
Salute to Cole in this thing. All right. They living rent free. Stop it.
If we graded,
we just breaking y'all down.
I'll say the Eagles, maybe the same way as quarterbacks. Eagles. I might even say Washington now with Robinson from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go Eagles, Washington, Dallas, Giants. For the running back.
So for running backs, I'm gonna go. Of course, I gotta go Eagles because again, and yeah, we got the best rushing attack in the league. I'm still gonna go Dallas. I'm gonna go Dallas second, and then I'm gonna go Washington, and then the Giants. Yeah, y'all bottom of the barrel again. Even with Saquon, again, I think devastating injury to Saquon, and I don't see him kind of fully recovering back from that. He'll still be solid, but then again, you got the Giants ain't got no O-line either. Their O-line is trash. So yeah, we'll go in that order. Eagles, Dallas, and Washington and Giants. Barrel squad. Y'all already know.
The tore his PCL.
What did he tear? He tore some, I thought. He
Yeah,
had a torn PCL. Okay, that was Zeke. Okay.
Zeke was hurt since week 4. Still ran for 1,000 yards.
Okay. Again, and them stats did what? Again, listen. Overall, Zeke, I'm not going to sit here and say that Zeke cannot, carry yards and do things as such. But we know y'all need an O-line in Dallas. I think y'all's O-line took a step back, if you ask me. So we're going to see what it's looking like for Zeke this year. But overall, rushing attack, stop lying, Cole. Y'all ain't got nothing on the Eagles' rushing attack. We got like 4 different rushing options we could go with. So the discussion ends there. Y'all know the vibes.
Okay, so inside our division, I know we were just saying we're gonna put the tight ends and the receivers just as receivers, Okay. I know we were saying how we think the Eagles have one of the best trios. Well, let's add Pascal to that. You know what I'm saying? Let's add some of these other receivers we have on the roster. Plus, let's add Dallas Goedert in there. You know what I'm saying? And we just added that other Grant Contreras, the tight end from SMU. We still got Tyree Jackson. We still got Jack Stahl. So let's add all these guys up and how are you ranking the receiving cores? Because I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm gonna have to say we got the best receiving core in the NFC East, hands down. We were kind of questioning those big teams like the Bengals, the Rams, you know what I'm saying, like teams like that. But in terms of our division, I'm gonna have to say we got them. We got them. So who they got?
Hey, look.
The Cowboys got Wilson, Lamb, and a rookie that they're really high on.
They ain't even got Wilson. They got rid of Wilson, bro. Wilson's gone.
Oh, Gallup,
Wilson's
Lamb.
in Miami.
Gallup,
Yeah.
Lamb, and Jalen Tolbert.
They got Gallup, who's on IR, I believe. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't even count Gallup right now. He's trying to get healthy. You got James Washington right now starting off the season in Dallas. CeeDee Lamb being forced into the – hold on a minute. I got to take a brief intermission real quick because I want to talk about this fake propaganda real quick that's going around out in Dallas like CeeDee Lamb is some number one wide receiver. Let's go and cut the brakes, bro, because I'm tired of hearing it. Tired of hearing this nonsense. Y'all tell me what type of a number one wide receiver goes 8 games straight without finding the end zone. I'm going to tell y'all right now, listen. After the bye week, when Dallas, I forgot what week it was, after that bye, you ain't seen CeeDee Lamb after that. That man checked out. Finding the end zone, you wasn't going to see CeeDee Lamb in the end zone. So, again, I'm not buying this overhype of, he's supposed to be a number one wide receiver. Y'all about to force him to be a number one wide receiver in Dallas this year. I'm not buying none of that. So, again, CeeDee is an overrated number 2 wide receiver. Let's go ahead and put it out there what it is. I mean, what type of a number one wide receiver in the playoffs only puts up 21 funky yards? CeeDee Lamb, which is not a number one wide receiver in my opinion. So, again, listen, they're going to have to force him to be a number one wide receiver. I actually like CeeDee Lamb, and I think this is way too much pressure to be putting on this kid. Ever since they decided they wanted to force CeeDee Lamb into wearing the number 88, which, again, setting this kid up for failure. So we about to see what it looks like this year. But stop this fake propaganda. All of a sudden, CeeDee Lamb is the number one wide receiver in the NFC East. No, he is not. So, again, hey, Amari Cooper, we saw the damage he did with, being Dak Prescott's blanket and all of that. But now CeeDee Lamb is going to have to show that he could carry his own as a number one. And I don't think it's happening this year, gang. So, hey, enough with my CeeDee Lamb rant. Let me go ahead and go on with my wide receiving core, I guess, for this NFC East, which ain't no argument it's going to be the Eagles this year. We now have an established wide receiver. My bad, I got some more. We got an established wide receiver now, an A.J. Brown. We also got, Devontae Smith, elite wide receiver. Everybody's sleeping on Dallas Goedert like he don't exist now. Again, hey, look, best wide receiving core in the NFC East, I think it's going to be us this year. So, y'all call it what y'all want to say. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments below. And I'm trying to hear somebody tell me that CeeDee Lamb is better than A.J. Brown, because that's all I've been hearing.
I just said that, too. What?
Who said that?
What?
South Texas on one. He
That
know
is
that.
all caps. And capital caps.
We're gonna see it this year, though. I'm glad everybody's slurping the CD Kool-Aid in Dallas. Again, I want to see CD as a prime number one target. I ain't seen it yet. And again, this man, when was the last time CeeDee Lamb even had a touchdown? Y'all let me know. I think it was in like November of last year. And the team he scored 2 touchdowns against was the sorry Atlanta Falcons. So, again, I'm not buying this CeeDee Lamb garbage. Y'all stop selling it. A.J. Brown is that number one wide receiver in NFC East, and that's how we rocking it. So, y'all
and then this notion that Hurts can't throw the ball. Like, where do you guys even come up with this? Like, if you want to go back to college, he showed you in college he could throw the ball. Whether he got benched or not. You're talking about a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid. Come on now. Back then. And even last year, he had 3,100 yards. You know what I'm saying? There was quarterbacks that had less. And he rushed. He's a playmaker. He's a winner. He's a playmaker. And he can throw the ball. Remember all the drop passes? Remember all the, touchdowns called back? That's him throwing the ball where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Other things happen on those plays where he didn't get those stats. But you don't think this year you're going to see a better Jalen Hurts? Like, come on, guys. He's about to – no one can say how high they think Jalen Hurts can get, because no one has ever seen Jalen Hurts in the same offense 2 years in a row. We're about to see that for the first time ever. And I think that's why he's so confident, because he already knows, okay, finally, I ain't got to be sitting here in the books, trying to study this playbook, trying to see who, what I need to learn. Now he can take it to the next step. Okay, I already ran this play. I know how they played it. I know why they played it this way. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of different defenses running through, and he's going to be able to dissect it and be a better quarterback, man. So this whole note narrative that Jalen can't throw, he was the sixth most productive quarterback in his first year starting ever in history of football, guys. It's like time for you guys to really get off his back. The sixth most productive quarterback in his first year starting ever. So I don't know how you guys can take that and think that this guy sucks, or he I don't even know why people are even really sitting here saying like, oh, I don't know. We need to see, he needs to earn his franchise quarterback. Why? We didn't do this to a lot of other quarterbacks we had. Why are we doing it to Jalen? He's proven more, I think. He's won a national championship.
He still got to earn it. I ain't even
he definitely got to keep earning his position. But that's every year as a quarterback in general. Every quarterback got come in the league earning it every year. They should. So I think Jalen Hurts is that dude, man. He's definitely gonna shock the league this year. And that's my rant on Jalen, because people be killing me with that.
Man.
They be killing me.
There's a lot of fake propaganda out here that all of a sudden Dak is this elite, Dak is this elite quarterback and all of this. Listen, again, stop playing like Dak didn't have these elite weapons out there. That's all I'm saying. So hold up, let me. All right, my fault. Now my audio was chopping out. All right, but anyways, again, I'm tired of this fake propaganda with, again, Dak being this elite quarterback in the NFC East. CeeDee Lamb, all of a sudden, he the best wide receiver in the NFC East. I'm not buying that. And I saw you boys for life talking about some, what do you say? Devontae Smith has 7 games without a touchdown. Not straight, he didn't. You show me where he has 7 games straight of not scoring nothing or not making no production. We saw that from CeeDee Lamb, 8 games straight of not doing nothing, and then laid an egg in the playoffs. So again, y'all anoint that as your number 1 wide receiver if you want to. Again, I'm not buying it. I think A.J. Brown is about to be that dude in the NFC East. Devontae Smith ain't about to do nothing but benefit, because he ain't now being forced as a number 1 wide receiver. Y'all keep sleeping on Jalen Hurts like he can't throw a ball. Y'all about to find out this year. So again, wide receiver core, and again, even including the tight end in the NFC East, Dallas Goedert.
Ooh.
Again, we acting like that man don't even exist. We acting like Dallas Goedert don't even exist in the wide receiver group. So again, hands down, I'm taking the Eagles on that. Whole offensive unit done look revamped this year. So all because we got A.J. Brown. So I'm loving it. I got to get a wide receiver group. It's going to go Eagles. Secondly, I didn't even look at Washington yet, but I mean, they got
Dobson.
They got Dotson,
Scary Terry, and Samuel.
And then who's they tight end in Washington? They got
Logan Thomas.
Do they got Logan still?
Isn't he still there?
I don't know. Somebody got to help me with the Washington tight end, because I'm not even sure what they looking like. That lets you know right there. I ain't nobody even thinking about Washington's tight ends. So
he said we can't forget Terry and Washington. Yeah, who's the rest of the guys he got over there? Scary Terry
and Washington's a goat. Yep. Thomas. Okay, so they still do got Thomas out there. All right, so you got Thomas, McLaurin, and then who's? Oh yeah, you say they got Dawson also.
Yeah, and then Curtis Samuels.
All right, and then for Dallas side, of course, you got CeeDee Lamb. Again, I'm not counting Gallup until he's on the field.
Gallup,
bro, he's not on the field. He ain't gonna be on the field till like mid-year. So James Washington. Runs. Then you got who's the other one? Didn't they just pick up
Jalen Tolbert?
Oh, Tolbert. Okay. Nah, I ain't buying that one either. Okay, and then you got New York, who's gonna be sitting with Tony.
Slayton, right?
I think Slayton's still out there. I don't know if they got rid of Slayton or not. I know they got
Shepard.
What's the old boy that was overrated last year that they went out and spent big money on? Galladay,
yes.
They got Kenny Galladay.
Tony, and Shepard, I think they're top 3.
And who's they tight end? Do they still got Ingram out there?
I
I don't know if Ingram left free agency or not.
don't know if he left.
I mean, honestly, the rest of the NFC East is a toss-up. So give me Washington. I'm going to take Washington's lineup next. Then after that, I'm going to take Dallas. Then I guess lastly, I mean, honestly, though, I might take Kadarius Toney and Kenny Golladay before I take the Dallas crew of I just don't like the Giants as quarterback. Let's just keep it a bean. They got Daniel Jones out there.
Yeah, they got talent. They just ain't got a captain.
Yeah, they really suffer from not having a quarterback. So, sheesh, I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one. Toss that one in the air, but I'll go Washington. I'll give Dallas a little bit of respect on that third, and then we'll go New York last.
All right, yep, and I'm about to agree with that. I like that. I like that.
Schultz is okay. Yeah, I did forget about Schultz also. I mean,
he is still with the Cowboys.
All right.
That what they said he's still with the Cowboys.
Who? Dalton Schultz?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they paid that man big money. He's supposed to be they paid Dalton Schultz like what is it, top tight end money. So, oh yeah, we're gonna find out what Dalton Schultz looking like. My opinion, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's an average tight end.
He's no Dallas Goddard.
Oh yeah, I believe Goddard is extreme over Schultz. So there ain't no argument there.
So let's get to offensive line, which again, I hate to sound biased, but we definitely got the best offensive line in the building, my God.
Best offensive line? Yeah, there ain't no discussion in that, in my opinion. I mean, I'm taking the Eagles. We got some Pro Bowlers on that line that, again, one of the things that the Eagles actually do have in their favor is we at least have depth. That's something I can't say about none of these other teams in the NFC East. If any of their starters go out, the season might as well be a wrap. So that's one of the things that the Eagles have. We have a solid O-line from starting unit, and we also have depth. And we also have one of the best O-line coaches in the National Football League in Jeff Stoutland. So, again, he's going to have these boys coached all the way up, ready to play on game day. No matter who's out there, I'm taking our O-line over any of this NFC East O-line mess. So I go Eagles' best O-lineman. Of course, you got what? Jason Kelce out there. Jordan Mailata coming in his own. I'm not the biggest fan of Isaac Seumalo. I believe that's probably going to be the weak spot on the O-line. Landon Dickerson coming to his own. Lane Johnson, when he's in form, best O-line in the NFC East, period.
Since you said that about Isaac, would you rather sit this second-round pick that we got, Cam, sit him for the year behind Kelce, let him learn, so when Kelce leaves, plug and play, boom? Or do you let him get that experience now and play and start him over Isaac Seumalo at the right guard spot?
I'm going to go and let the kid compete. I'm not pulling a plug on any kid. Listen, all these players got drafted for a potential reason to possibly play. I'm not coming in with the mindset like, yeah, we just going to sit you this year and we ain't going to let you touch the field or none of that. Forget that. If this kid goes out there and competes with Isaac Seumalo and takes that spot, he deserves to be on the field, point, period, blank. I don't care about sitting him for a year to groom under Kelce. Kelce will be going soon. We all know that, but that's more experience the kid could have. So Cam Jurgens, look, I'm not with this whole let's just sit him behind Kelce and force Seumalo, regardless of who the better talent is. If Cam Jurgens can go out there and play guard, put the kid at guard and let the kid play. If he's productive at that, I need to see it on the field. So, yeah, I'm not with this whole let's just sit and let players develop, especially if they got an opportunity to compete and take somebody's job. So I'm all about competition, brother. We ain't just sitting people out here just to be collecting paychecks on a bench. No, sir.
Well, I remember when Isaac first got back, everybody was like, oh, let's start Isaac at guard and move, Landon over to center. I was like, we're not moving Landon from guard spot. That's just not happening, and he can play right guard, and I think that he's feeling good with Lane Johnson. We can't hate on Isaac too much. He was the starting guard for the Super Bowl team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has played some good football for us Birds. But like I said, I would say we start the season off like we did with Landon last year. Jurgensen back up center. He obviously rotated at guard sometime. if Sayamalu gets hurt again, then you plug and play him and let him roll, and then let him end out the season. But until then, you gotta let the veterans stay in there for the start.
I mean, that's another thing too with this O line. I mean, we got talent. Like my man said, okay, Sayamalu was balling when he was healthy, but of course, you know, we got to see players such as Dickerson and things like that kind of come into their own. So, look, we got players such as Andre Dillard. Is he still on this team, matter of fact?
Yeah, back up.
First round pick. Again, we ain't seen what Andre Dillard could truly do with having a complete role because we've had players come in there. Jordan Mailata took his job. So, again, just the amount of depth that the Eagles have. I mean, again, like we got first round talent looking suspect on our bench like they're trash. And Dillard's probably not trash. So I'm just saying what it is. Look, I like this O-line group here. We've got depth here. If somebody goes down, which we've seen year after year here in Philadelphia, it's next man up. And you can't say that with none of these other NFC East teams. I'm going to tell you right now, if something terribly goes wrong with a piece of Dallas's O-line, oh, it's about to get ugly in Dallas because I don't think they have the depth to just be filling in holes like that. Their draft picks were pretty much based on plugging in those holes. So if they lose any of that, oh, yeah, it's about to be a mess in Dallas. You cannot say the same for the Eagles. If we lose a piece on the line, yeah, it's going to hurt some. But please believe Jeff Stoutland's going to have that O-line ready to go. Somebody's about to be next man up and get their shine on. So
yeah, we didn't skip a beat when people dropped last year. And we had the same players from the year before that we definitely downgraded, you know, when those players came in. But the difference was they were rookie first-year players as opposed to year two players, and they came in and did skip a beat. So, yeah, I think our O-line is definitely number one. I'll have to go Cowboys 2, Washington 3, Giants 4.
Okay. I'm going to agree with that. I'll give Dallas the slight edge over Washington. Again, Dallas, I mean, if
The
they're
Washington
whole,
Brandon Sherry. He's a big guy. That's a big person to lose. Brandon Sherry.
Oh, yeah, for Washington. Oh, yeah, Washington.
Yeah.
They never really had a solid O-line. So, yeah, Washington, I think they got slightly maybe a little worse with their O-line situation, and that's not good news for Carson Wentz out there. But it is what it is in Washington. So, yeah, I'm going to give it Dallas, then Washington, and then New York. I just think their O-line was a joke. I mean, yeah, now that they didn't got Evan Neal, okay, we're going to see what they looking like. But I can't give the Giants no kind of credit on their O-line until I see it.
And Martin and Smith are good, but that's only two. So that's why you guys are second. You know, you guys got
Martin,
two.
Tyron Smith.
You got Tyron Smith and Martin. I like them. I think they're great players. But we got 5. You know, at the worst, you could say 4. But really, it's 5 because what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. 5 really good players at our position with backups.
The O-line is the best. That's a staple of this team. I mean, it is what it is.
With all the grades that we didn't grade it, overall offense, it looks like the Eagles are 1, the Cowboys are 2, the Giants are 3. I mean, the Washington football Commanders are 3, and the Giants are 4. So that's our grades for the NFC East offense. Let's go to the defense real fast. We got defensive line. Again, I don't know why I feel like I'm such a biased guy, but wow, our defensive line looks to me like they're the best in the league. You know, what do you think about that?
All right, so D-line, look, and I see they're going ham in the chop. What do you say? Hold up. My man say talking like y'all to get swept and blown out. Look, man, we gonna go ahead. We gonna address that soon enough. I'm gonna save some of my Dallas energy for next week. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. But hey, listen,
great show.
Yeah, we about to rip y'all. We about to put them on the pressure cooker. But all right, D-line. I mean, when you look at it on paper, I think we got the best D-line rotation in the NFC East. I mean, Fletcher Cox, even with him taking a down step last year, Javon Hargrave, I mean, solid talent also. Then we just picked up players such as Jordan Davis, who I think will have an immediate impact on that line. What our edges? Who are we looking at? Josh Sweat right now on one side.
Yep.
I mean,
Barnett,
I'm not expecting Brandon Graham to.
Brandon Graham.
I'm not really expecting Brandon Graham. You know, I expect seeing him in more of a rotational role this year. Derek Barnett, if he can get his penalties under control, I love this kid's motor, but just the penalties, I'm about tired of seeing that. But I still, even with some of those flaws, I still think we got the best D line in the league as far as the line. I know we're gonna talk about linebackers and that in a little bit, but D line, I'm going Eagles all day. I go Eagles first. Second, I gotta go Washington because
Washington. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Washington probably got the second best.
We gonna see how who was it? Dang, I didn't forgot kid's name now. That's terrible. They first round draft pick that got hurt last year.
Jamar Chase? No.
On Washington.
Chase Young.
Chase Young. There you go. There you go. I mean, again, we're gonna see how he bounces back, but Washington's D-line, that's what they known for, is they D-line pressure. They bring pressure on Washington. I gotta give them second, but I still think
they've been ranked number one last like 2 years, like on paper, but last year they didn't do nothing. Really, since that last week 17 game Jalen played this first year, when we had our backup lineman in blocking these guys, Chase's first year, that's when I knew they weren't nothing to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Like they have talent, high profile names, all first round draft picks, and they just got another one from Alabama, so I think, they still are, to me, are improvement mode. They got to prove that they're that dominant. I would give them second, just because what I know Dallas will say they're going to have a nice pass rush, but, their best pass rusher was a linebacker. It wasn't even a defensive lineman. So,
yeah, my man said, is this Dallas's line looking like? It look like you got, Law, okay.
Those are their linebackers.
Sam Williams, Parsons. I mean, yeah, like Parsons is supposed to be a linebacker though, but now they forcing them to play
linebackers, right?
As an edge. I mean, again, look, Parsons I'll give it to Parsons. Parsons is a beast out there. He play whatever position he wants to on that defense. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I'm still not D-line. I'm still taking the Eagles D-line naturally in the way it is. I'm taking that. But linebackers, I consider Parsons a linebacker. So we're going to talk about the linebacking group. Y'all got that in Dallas.
Yeah, so I think isn't Fowler a linebacker too? D-Law is
Fowler right now. Brad White up in here roasting Fowler. Hey, listen, again, when you look at that,
he hasn't done nothing in a while.
Again, I'm not buying that hype in Dallas. I got to see I know where they succeed at is with Michael Parsons when he comes up as a DN, but y'all drafted the kid as a linebacker. So it is what it is. I'm putting him in my linebacking group.
Yeah, he's definitely going to linebacker group. So, and then you got who's on the Giants defensive line? Do they still got?
Besides them just drafting them this year. They drafted what was it? Kevon. Yeah. So they trying to load up on the D line. Who else they got over there? They D line really ain't scaring nobody like that. So honestly, I can't tell you who on the Giants was out there getting sacks like that. Somebody let us know in the chat who on the Giants D line was wrecking shop, because I'm not scared of the Dallas D line or the Giants D line. Somebody let us know. Linebackers Parsons, LVE, Jabril Cox. Oh, yeah, my man Cole talking about the Cowboys. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Don't nobody look like they know what's going on. Osa, okay. Look. Damian Clark. Oh, yeah, that's on Cowboy squad. Man, look, don't nobody know what's going on in New York Giants land. That's all I'm saying. D-line, I'm not threatened by them. I think the Giants will probably get last place in this whole talk. I'm going to put Washington at second, and I'm putting Dallas's D-line at third. That's how I'm rocking it. Eagles got the best D-line in the NFC East.
Facts. I like that order, and I'm going to have to concur. I like how that rolled. Now let's go to the linebackers. Now I know this is where Dallas is like, yes, here we go. We're number one linebackers, baby. And I'm about to say not. No, you're not. Again,
What?
give you a no. Okay, because Hassan Reddick's been a beast. 23 sacks. What, he's been in the league for 3 years or 3 or 4 years, right? Reddick.
Reddick, yeah.
So he hasn't been in the league that long. He's been dominating ever since he got up in here, especially the last 2 years. And then you got the Kobe Dean rookie, just as big as the impact Michael Parsons had for their defense as a rookie last year. I can see Dean having a similar type of impact on our defense. Not having to beat the pass rushers because we actually got defensive linemen to handle that part for us. But, to be that field general and leader on that defense, I think he's going to have a huge chip on his shoulder this year, being drafted third round when he should have been a first round pick. Best linebacker in college football, period. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say Trey Walker, but even Walker says Dean was number one. Everybody says he was the captain of that defense. He was the leader of that defense. He was the stronghold in that defense. So I think we got a straight beast on the steel for the Lolo. So I think, having those two guys, Kaiser White from the Chargers, played a great season last year, over 150 tackles. He's only 24 on his way up, coming back home to play football in front of his family, and friends. So that's always people are missing. Like our linebackers, him and Reddick, they're from the area, so now they're happy. They're home. They're close to people. Their family can come watch the games. Their friends can come watch the games. It's not like they're far away where they only can come to every other game or something like that. They can come to every home game. Give them that much more motivation to play, man. And I'm just gonna say, man, these guys are beasts. Those three linebackers right there. Then you see what TJ Edwards did last year. Davion Taylor, if he can stay healthy, it'll be a great rotational piece. So our linebacker core, I'm gonna have to say they're the best linebacker core in the league.
In
Homer,
the league.
Homer. I mean, not in the league. Not in the league. Not in the league. In the
game.
NFC East. In the NFC East. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Correction. We got the best linebacking group, my man says, in the NFC East. All right.
Hey, if they play right, they could be the best by the end of the season.
Hey, I mean, I feel that. Listen,
but I'm not going to say that now. I'm going to say in our division, though.
I'm definitely going to pump the brakes on that. This is probably about the only thing that's going to make Cold Cowboy feel good in this stream because I'm going to keep it a bean.
I love Terrence, too.
I'm still going to get a linebacking core. It got to go to Dallas. I'm not going to sit here and say
what?
That we don't have.
Who do they have besides Michael Parsons?
Micah Parsons. It don't matter. I agree with this
1 year.
Right now.
How many sacks did Parsons have? 11?
Bruh, did you see the impact Parsons made on that whole defense? The only reason why Dallas was relevant last year was because of Micah Parsons. So again, yeah, you call it what you want to call it. I wanted Micah Parsons that draft. So I'm not sitting here. I said he's going to be a generational talent. He went to a garbage team, of course, brother. I'm not sitting here saying that. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to act like Parsons, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not
elevate
Parsons
that linebacking group.
Guys.
Bruh,
I ain't going to put him over 3. He doesn't have as many sacks.
We haven't seen the Eagles put this linebacking core together yet. Oh, it looks cute on paper. I'm going to tell you that right now. Dean at linebacker, like you said, Kazir White. I mean, who else are we throwing in? Hassan Reddick. We got TJ Edwards behind that. It sounds cute on paper, but I haven't seen it. And the only taste of anything I got linebacker is from last year. And it don't taste good, brother.
That's what I'm saying. He did that on 2 different teams.
2 years with 2 different teams.
Different teams he did it.
And what have we done with linebackers here in Philadelphia?
We got them now.
Okay. All right. Again, I need to see this one because, again, it sounds cute on paper. I'm still going to give Dallas this linebacker. Look, they got the linebacker trophy right now. I can't even hold him. They got LVE out there. I know he's got injury problems, but Jabril Cox, I think he's coming off like a torn. Yeah, exactly. But again, looking at how
Johnson seems on the linebacker core, he could be a
Tyron Johnson. It sounds good, gang. And again, we got this potential to be the best linebacking core. But right now, I can't even give us that. I'll be kidding myself. So right now, I think Dallas, just because of their consistency, I mean, Dan Quinn is the reason why a lot of their linebackers are thriving out there. And I believe Dan Quinn runs a great defense. So looking at that, Gannon, I ain't seen him run our linebackers yet. I saw him make our linebackers look like straight boo-boo last year. So y'all call it what y'all want to call it. Until I see it, I got to give Dallas the nod on the linebacking group. So again, first, I'm going to go ahead and give to Dallas. Second, yes, because I do believe in the potential, I'm going to give it to the Eagles. Next, I'd probably go linebacking group, probably Washington. And then last, again, the Giants, I just thought they was a mess overall on defense. So beyond their secondary last year, look, call it what y'all want to call it. I got Dallas with the trophy on the linebacker group. And that's a shame to say. That is a shame to say.
That is a shame to say.
Hey, y'all call me what y'all want to call
and
me.
I would say
Dallas
has the best linebacker in the NFC East. The best linebacker. But as a unit, as a complete whole, I have to give it to the Birds, man. You know, like you said, Reddick got better numbers in his the last 2 years than Parsons. Okay, I know Parsons only played 1 year, but he does. What up? You know, what's Kaiser White balled out in San Diego Chargers. Great defense over there. Coming here, going to continue to ball out. He's on the upright. Kobe D gonna come in here with the biggest chip on his shoulder, and he is gonna ball out. He's like a heat-seeking missile. Have you watched his highlights? He be knowing where the play's going before they even hike the ball, and he's like running towards the ball carrier to go destroy him. You know, I really think the Eagles.
But you know who can mess all that up real quick? Jonathan Gannon could mess all of that up. Listen, we had Darius Slay last year, who I was raving on about our cornerback group, cornerback Steven Nelson. What does that matter if you got our cornerbacks playing 8 yards off? What does that matter having all these linebackers if you ain't going to blitz or do none of that? I didn't see none of that from last year from Gannon. It looked like he was lost in the sauce most of the time with our linebackers. So, again, it's not that we don't have the talent. I think that we can be a great team, you know, or a great linebacking group. But at the same time, I have not seen it yet.
You want to see it?
I've seen it in Dallas. Dan Quinn, I give them that extra boost because of Dan Quinn out there. He's got their linebackers looking better, or at least playing better than ours in Philly. But things might change. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that we do have the best linebacking group in the NFC East. But until I've seen it, I got to give it to Dallas. That's just what it is.
Okay.
And they don't really that
We're going to see. We're going to see.
They are sound.
I got Eagles, Cowboys, and I might even have to go Giants over Washington because I think Martinez is coming back this year because he was hurt all last year, right? Blake Martinez. So I got him coming back this year. I think they picked up another linebacker over there, so I'm gonna give the Giants the edge over the Washington Commanders. I got Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Washington.
Okay, all right, okay. Again, listen, I know my Eagle gang is like, man, you really giving this thing the doubt? Look, no, again, I just haven't seen it yet from my team. So until all these names sound great. This is a totally revamped entire linebacking core. I just want to see him gel first before I start saying we got the best linebacking group. Again, I can handle the wide receiver because all we did was plug in AJ, and AJ's a known stud, but we didn't revamp the whole entire wide receiver group. We have revamped this whole entire linebacker group, and I just want to see it gel first before I give us the crown in that. But the potential is there. Oh, yeah, I believe we could be one of the best, but Gannon, you better not mess this up this year because, again, some of that suspect linebacker, the way we was calling plays last year, I wasn't buying it. So I got to see it.
But remember what I said. Better linebackers makes his defense look better. Better defensive line play. We upgraded at both. His defense is going to look a lot better this year in year 2.
All right. Okay. I'm with that. I'm with it.
So let's go to secondary. Now, this is where you're going to get a little bit crazy over here in the secondary. Because you go, who's your top secondary players on all teams. You got Diggs for the Cowboys. You got Slay for the Eagles. You got what's the dude that just from USC? Dory Jackson, right? That's the
Okay.
Giants starting that they paid money for. Dory Jackson. So and then after that,
And who
that's when
Washington got? Washington got don't nobody even know Washington's corner.
yeah,
That's a shame.
I can't
That's a
tell you
shame.
Washington cornerbacks.
So Washington probably already bottom of the barrel on this one because I don't even know who are we out there trying to avoid in Washington on the cornerback side. Somebody let me know in the chat.
Help us out here.
Who got the clamps out there in Washington that we should be scared of? Because I ain't scared of none of their corners.
Yeah.
Secondary is not finished yet for us to compare it to them. Okay. Hey, I agree with you on that, Brad. Because again, y'all already know how I'm about.
Yeah,
to
we can go sign Patrick Peterson. We can go sign one. He's got trade for Clark. We can make some moves here still.
Oh, they do got okay. They got Fuller out there, I guess, in a secondary.
What Fuller?
Kendall. He said, not Will Fuller, bro. They got Kendall.
Which Fuller?
They got. Yeah,
no, but
yeah. Like my man, like Smoke Law said, yeah, we ain't scared. We ain't no. So yeah, we're gonna be testing their corners out. I can't even put them in a true conversation of corners right now. The Giants, who they got? I know they just coughed up Bradbury, so.
Oh yeah, they don't have Bradbury anymore.
Nah, Bradbury is.
But they still got Dory Jackson, right?
Okay.
And I don't know who they got.
Yeah, this corner is gonna be tough.
If you guys can help us in the chat with the rest of the division's cornerback starters, let us know. I guess you can go depth chart on the computer real fast. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, honestly, again, I'm not even gonna put the Eagles in this conversation right now because, like my man Brad said, look, the secondary ain't even finished yet. I don't think we're done. We don't even know who our number 2 cornerback is. So anybody not named Darius Slay, your job is open to get took. So it is what it is. I can't even honestly.
Maddox, we got Maddox. Maddox played good last year.
Yeah, in the slot, that's where he better be at again this year. Maddox needs to stay in the slot.
Yeah, they got to keep him.
I don't know why we experimented with him for years at the outside spot. Like that wasn't ridiculous, but yeah, Avonte Maddox in the slot, I'll take that too. But who else is in our secondary, brother? Are we doing secondary as a whole?
C. Flock. Is that a rookie?
Bro, the whole NFC East secondary is trash bag.
Yeah,
Let's just call it what it is.
I'm not really worried about these
I know a lot of people have been slurping on the Trayvon Diggs, Kool-Aid. I mean, it is what it is. The kid is a natural ball hawk, but when he ain't out there hawking balls like that, the man's out there looking like burnt toast too. So again, it's a high risk, reward situation with Diggs. I'm not gonna sit here and crown him as like the best, but I mean the kid he's a ball hawk out there, and if he's in the right position, he's gonna snatch the ball. But line him up against a receiver. A lot of receivers cooked Diggs last year also. So
it said flop. They didn't say Logan Ryan. It said flop. FLOTT was their number 2 corner. I never heard that guy. Yeah, that dude. Flop. Yeah. Kendall Fuller, top 15.
Oh yeah.
And William Jackson.
Man,
I'm not worried about none of these guys.
The whole NFC East, like I said, I mean, the only established names really in the NFC East, cornerback wise, you gotta look at Diggs. I mean, Pro Bowl talent. You gotta look at Slay. Dory Jackson, maybe. I mean,
Dory Jackson's good, but he didn't play that great last year.
Yeah, the whole NFC East cornerback group. I mean, honestly, it ain't nothing to be sitting here highly raving of. I mean, there ain't no Jalen Ramsey's over here. We ain't got no elite just lockdown corners.
Xavier McKinney's their safety, and Jay Love their other safety. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even see that guy. Are you guys sure they still got
lose Collins? They lost Landon Collins too.
Yeah, Logan Ryan might not be on their team no more either. I didn't see him.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's
I'm
not on
really
the
not threatened by none of these secondaries in the NFC East. Beyond, again, I mean, it is. I'm really not scared just because we upgraded the wide receiver group this year, which makes these cornerbacks even more look like lunch meat than what they already are. So look, I'm gonna give it like this. If I gotta put it in order right now with the current construction, are we doing whole secondary, Bird Gang, or what we doing?
Yeah, you can add the safeties in there too.
Add safeties in there too. Sheesh. Man, that's a tough one, brother. I don't even know where we are in that group. I'd probably either put us second or third. Who's coming in first? Y'all let us know in the chat also. NFC East, who got the best
They got
secondary?
Cal Fuller, Curley, McCain,
I don't even want to say Dallas.
and William Jackson for
Gosh,
the
dang.
Commanders. That's garbage too.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me, man. I mean, honestly, if I'm
Other
looking
now,
at
I guess you would have to say because we're to be continued. So I think you're gonna have to say the Cowboys won. They have Diggs, Brown, and the rest
yeah,
of
they
those.
got Brown, they got Curse as they safety.
Let's see. I'm double check the Cowboys before I say who exactly they have.
Nah, I'm gonna say it, brother. I mean, I'm gonna say it too. I think secondary wise, as we stand right now, unless we get Bradbury or somebody like that over here, I gotta give it to Dallas right now. I seen how they get down in their secondary. They did get a lot of interceptions and turnovers in that secondary. Whether or not Diggs was getting burnt from time to time or not, that hurts to say, but at the same time, it depends on what we do with this other cornerback spot or if we address the safety position, which I don't think we're done yet. Because there ain't no way we could just go into the season with it, with this big question mark that we all know we have in Philly and not do nothing about it. So I think the Eagles will address it. I don't know who they're going to get, but right now, I got to give it to Dallas first. Second, I don't even know.
They got Diggs, Brown, Curse, and Hooker. Ooh, I've got Malik Hooker too.
Yeah, the Dallas
Yeah,
secondary.
Cowboys got the best secondary right now. Then I don't have to go Eagles, but I still like Anthony Harris, Slay. What's his name?
I got us looking like honestly bottom
Maddox,
of the barrel, bro.
all those guys. That's 3 good ones out of 4. If you got 3 out of the 4 that start, or 3 out of the 5 that start, you're just trying to fill the other 2. I like that because what I was looking at with the Giants and Washington, no, we're definitely better than those guys. So I got the Cowboys, Eagles. You can pick whichever 2. Giants, Commanders. Just to give Giants an extra vote or something, because they're about the same, really. I'll say no, Washington, and then Giants for secondary. So that's overall we're looking at again. Eagles, Cowboys, Washington, and Giants. So that's your offense, your defense. We graded out, and you're still seeing that the Eagles have the better football team this year. So I don't know, man. I think the sky's gonna be the limit for the Eagles. I think the best trio receivers. I think we're gonna have the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense in the division. So that's my feelings. That's my take. It's a little early, but like I said, the defense even got time to get better, and the offense is already ready to roll. So
let's do this too before we roll about here, because I got to know from everybody in the chat also. Listen, I'd like to know what are your division standings? How you think this division is going to shake out this year, like for your standing wise? I'm sure we already know who you picking number 1, Bird Gang, but who's your first through the 4th in the division this year? Because I think this is about to be a shocking type of a reality check year for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm gonna put it out there like this: I got the Eagles, of course, taking this division crown this year. I think we got enough on the offensive side and the defensive side to get it done this year. So I got the Eagles coming at us number 1. Number 2, I got the Washington Commanders sneaking in ahead of Dallas. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there right now. Washington, I believe, is going to have a better record. I think they're going to be a little more competitive than the Dallas Cowboys this year. Next, of course, I'm going to put Dallas in there. Again, I think they're taking a step back. I don't think they're going to be doing as much noise as they think they're doing this year. And lastly, of course, even though the Giants, they have gotten slightly better along the O-line, I still think they got issues with their quarterback. So it is what it is. I'm not believing nothing till I see it from the Giants. So I'd like to just know. Y'all let us know in the chat real quick. Who y'all got? Where y'all got the standings at? Possibly this year. I see my man. Okay. Yep. Philly, Washington, Dallas, New York.
Ooh.
I agree completely. I again think we're gonna have a different type of a shocking year this year.
That Commanders thing, just like we say, because like if you really think about it, like we said with the Giants, they had a great draft. You know what I'm saying? Like they drafted some really good football players on that team. They got a new head coach over there. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole new system going on over there. If they can get Danny Jones to be a top 16 quarterback, you know what I'm saying? They can actually do something. But I don't see it happening. But maybe you never know. They could pull it out of him. So we're gonna see what happens with that. And then Carson Wentz. Is Carson gonna be the new Carson Wentz or the old Carson Wentz? New Carson Wentz sucks. Not that great. Not gonna win very many football games. Old Carson Wentz, the 17, 18 Carson Wentz. You got a good quarterback. He has the most weapons he's ever had. And the Washington Commanders could be a team to be reckoned with a little bit.
My man said Dak owns Washington. Okay. All right. Again, I can't wait for this season to start. I'm seeing a lot of, I don't know if this is just straight hate for Dallas or if this is what is. My man Rock, salute to my guy Rock the artist. He says Eagles first, Commanders second, Giants third.
Wow.
The disrespect is real.
Rock.
Say it with your chest, Rock. And
say it with your chest, my guy. He said Cowboys fourth this year.
Gosh, dang.
Well,
I ain't gonna disrespect it.
It's not like it can't happen. You can't say it can't happen. That can totally happen.
I just think the Giants is gonna stink a little worse.
What happened if Dak gets hurt again?
Well, you can't say that though, because if that's the case, like if our quarterback gets hurt, our season is done. So that's anybody.
We still got Minshew mania.
Nah, brother.
Carson
if Jalen gets hurt, to all my Eagles fans sweating on that Minshew Kool-Aid, if that happens early in the season and we got to depend on Minshew, our season's over. So let's go and put it like that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We might as well start talking about next year's upcoming draft and how we're going to rock with these 2 first-round draft picks. So it is what it is. But yeah, I see the disrespect is real up in here. We got Dallas coming in last. Again, I truly see Washington possibly coming in second. I know one thing's a fact. There ain't going to be no repeat this year. So let's go and get that on record now for no division champ. The Eagles is coming to replace that. So
I truly see Philly and the New York fight for the division after this year. New York's building where it matters. Trenches.
New York, they're going to be a problem down the road. But until they get a quarterback, ain't nobody worried about the New York Giants.
Yeah, I can't say it until they get a quarterback. Because I really don't think Daniel Jones, we already seen him. It's not like he's a rookie. It's not like he's a second-year player. He's been in the league for a minute, and he's not producing at a high level. So I think until they get that quarterback, they can keep making all these moves they want.
Hey, Rock. Hey, salute to my guy, Cowboys Fan Talk. Hey, you already know one of the GOATs in the game. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. But, hey, Rock, let him know, brother. Yeah, they coming in last. I don't believe that. I think they coming in third. But, hey, look, I ain't going to be shocked. Again, I expect a step back from Dallas this year. So, yeah, we're going to see how it all rocks out. But there ain't going to be no repeat this year. And we're going to make sure we handle it as such. Oh, man, say y'all hilarious. Hey, salute to my guy. We rocking. Can't wait for this season to start, brother.
Oh, yeah, we going to get it. You should get on next week, too. I think they need a 4th member representing the Cowboys over there. Let's go.
Yeah, now I got to get with my guy CFT real quick, Mr. Rome. Y'all already know. I got to set that up because I got to hear from my guy. I know he been hearing me blast his team, from the start to the finish. I saw his draft reaction. I saw you, brother. You looked a little sour watching it. But at the end of the day, once the pads go on, we ain't going to be talking about none of these draft picks. We're going to be talking about production on the field. And I got more confidence in my Eagles this year than any of these other sorry NFC East teams. So I like our chances in Philly. Somebody put the call in because I think it might be one of them years. So y'all already know the
vibes. It's going to look like this. We put both of our rings up. We're going to have our second ring. We're going to have 2 of them on here next year.
Hey, bring them out, brother.
Diamonds on my damn chain.
Hey, salute to my guy, man. We gonna warm this thing up. You already know how we rock it. But hey, fellas, listen. We about to get up out of here, man. Hey, Bird Gang. What we got rocking now? What is it? Next week we got is it on Monday, right? We got a
Yes.
little Dallas Cowboy pressure cooker. We're gonna
Yes,
throw some
sir.
of these cowgirls in the roaster real quick. Y'all make sure y'all tune that in. If y'all new to any of these channels, either me on my channel or my brother's channel, y'all already know what to do. Go on, hit that subscribe. Because y'all know how we rocking. What's your last moments, man? How you feeling before we get out of here, Bergen?
Hey, I'm feeling great. The Eagles are going to have an awesome season. We're going to be talking about it all off season long. We're going to have people in here. We're going to get some guests on the shows. We're going to start really shaking it up. Probably, dibble dabble with a couple other content creators from other teams to get them on the show and see how live and lit they can really get. And we're going to have some fun with it, man. Shout out to the 50 that was in here. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe on all platforms. I know we are live on 3 channels, plus Facebook, Twitter. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Help BGN Sports Media grow. We're about 500. We're trying to get to that 1,000 mark. So we're just grinding. Got some great content on there, from Eagles to Cowboys to Niners to, like the Raiders. We got a bunch of stuff going on over there. So check us out. Subscribe to my boy Philly Notion, Mr. Warm It Up, if you haven't. And subscribe to BG31 on the road to 3K. Let's get there.
Yeah, y'all quit worrying about talking about our lollipop rings. Listen, we got the bust downs over here. They don't even make them in gold no more. So I ain't trying to hear nothing. A Dallas Cowboy. Go blow the dust off y'all's rings. How about that?
With the one diamond in the middle. They got the old school diamond with the one diamond in the middle, and it just says the team name around.
They don't know about the new century, bro. Like I said, they don't even make them in gold no more, brother.
This is probably heavier than their ring.
Alrighty, y'all have yourselves a safe and fantastic Eagles day. It's always fly, Eagles, fly. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Go keep the notion. Yes, sir.